It's week 2 of the National Football League.
And we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years.
It's the Seahawks and the Broncos coming up next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Seattle.
Straight ahead, Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Touchdown! Xavier Worthy. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll go play action with Nix. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards. First down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Throwing Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Back to throw here. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
In motion is Austin Hooper. And that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Nix from the shotgun. He completes this to Sutton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. They juked him, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. To throw, here's Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Let's go now.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd and 4. To throw is Nix. The short one there, caught by Likely. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Here's Nix. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Nix to the air. And this one complete again to Mims. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Nix to throw again. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now a 2nd and 10. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he's taken down inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Cup, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And going right back to Walker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He's back to throw. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Now 1st and goal. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Ken Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Broncos now down by 4, 37 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Ready. Go.
He'll look to throw. Pass complete. It's likely. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.